I remember I just cried. A lot of my YouTube subscribers actually worked to convert me. Like, they sent me arguments and resources and books to read. Overall, I feel really, really, really welcomed home.
We got here, but we're not sure how.
Oh, like, this is what I love about Catholicism so much. This is why I wish I could be Catholic. Because I hated Catholic theology so much. To officially announce that I am converting into Catholicism. I'm really, really happy that there's new people on here and that you guys have found my videos, that they can help you and inspire you to read more about Christianity. That's all I've ever wanted. I just want to help people and show people God. Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So there are a lot of new people on my channel, and I kind of just thought it would be an interesting video to share from my perspective what the past few weeks have been like.
We got here, but we're not sure how.
When I made my video announcing that I was converting, I had no idea that anything like this would happen. I actually thought I would lose a lot of subscribers because I thought that people who were Protestant would no longer want to watch my videos about religion. So when I made my Ash Wednesday video and I made my Why I'm Becoming Catholic video, that was what I expected. I expected to lose a lot of subscribers, and instead the opposite happened. So the first thing that happened is Church Pop wrote an article about me, and then EWTN ended up sharing that article, and from there, just so many people, new people, found out about my YouTube channel. I remember I was visiting my best friend Nicole. You guys know her, she's been in a lot of my videos, and I was actually at dinner with her and some of our friends, and my boyfriend texted me about the EWTN thing because his RCIA director actually called him and told him that I was on the EWTN Facebook page. So I was finding this out when I was at dinner with my best friend, and it was honestly really stressful more than anything else because I was getting constant like Facebook messages and emails and like all my social media, so much was happening. So I ended up getting rid of push notifications for everything on my phone. And then when I went home with my best friend, I was sleeping over at her house, I remember I just cried. And funny story about that day, so as you guys know, I have bipolar disorder, and that day I was really, really manic. And as all of this was happening with new people finding my channel, I was actually lost in the middle of LA. I was trying to take a train to visit my best friend, and I ended up getting off at the wrong stop and being totally lost, having no idea where I was. I don't know, I haven't made this video yet, but I have a lot of stories where I'm like wandering by myself in some place I don't know and lost. And so that's what was happening. And I was like sobbing because I was lost and manic and so confused. And my boyfriend and my best friend were like trying to help me figure out like how to get safely to my best friend. So I kind of wanted to read a quote that someone named Mark Shia said. There are major Protestant YouTube stars. 2, welcome. Take some time just being Catholic and not being a star. It will be good for you. 3, Catholics, give her air. Don't turn her into a celebrity convert. It's bad for the soul. So I thought this perfectly emulated, epitomized everything I thought. And I think the strangest thing is when a lot of people see you in a certain way. In my videos, I come across as very calm and collected and normal. So as all this was happening and all these people were seeing me as a very like put together, intelligent person, I was really manic and crying because I felt lost and was so confused. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just felt this huge dichotomy between who I actually am, what my life is actually like, and the way people are viewing me. And that just made me feel almost more stressed out and more lonely. I don't know if that makes sense. But the part about give her air, I definitely related to, because in one way I felt so loved and welcomed and almost like everyone was hugging me because so many people were emailing me or made specific videos about me or were tweeting me, Facebook messaging me. So many people were so happy that I had converted. And the people who have been here for a year or so, a lot of my YouTube subscribers actually worked to convert me. Like, they sent me arguments and resources and books to read. And so in one sense, I was so excited to share that with everyone who'd been part of my conversion. But also, it was just all at once. It was almost like a dam was breaking and all this water was rushing in and I couldn't breathe because it was so much happening all at once. And there were some major scholars who I mentioned their works in one of my videos, and they were reaching out to me and I got to personally thank them. And a lot of people suddenly wanting to interview me and talk to me about future projects. And I don't know how to explain it, but I like to emotionally prepare for things and know what's going to happen. So I thought some people would be excited, I would lose a lot of subscribers. Instead, it's just this avalanche of all this stuff happening, and I had no idea it would happen. And also, when you're manic, you're very impulsive and you say things in a way that... I made a lot of videos about being manic, but suddenly it was like all these important people were emailing me about business stuff, and I was so manic, and so I just did not let myself reply to anything. I remember at the time, my boyfriend described it as there was an earthquake going on my channel, and we don't know what it's gonna be like when the earthquake is over, but you don't stand in the middle of the earthquake. So I just tried to avoid everything and get out of the way. And it's kind of funny, but I had a trip to Cabo planned with one of my best friends. I just used some of my flight points, so it wasn't like an expensive, extravagant vacation or anything, but we were just going to Cabo. So I was so excited because at our resort, you had to buy internet. There was not internet. So 2 or 3 days after this happened, I just leave the country and am completely unplugged from the internet and social media. And it was what I needed. It was so healthy. It kind of helped me understand the meaning of Lent, giving up things to grow closer to God. Because since high school, I've been really careful to not let myself be fed by the affirmation of my YouTube subscribers and social media. Just because as a YouTuber, I've been doing this for so long, but there's a lot of people who say, you're so amazing, you saved my life, you changed my life, you're so beautiful, you're so intelligent, you're so this. Like, people are always complimenting you, and if you're not careful, you can get fed by that and get validated by that instead of getting validated by God. And so I've always been really good, like really healthy spiritually, at not letting that feed me. But when all this was happening all at once, it was like I would tweet something and 1,000 people would retweet it. Thousands of comments on one video within a couple days. And so it was just something where I was kind of veering towards getting fed by that. So when I left the country and didn't have that at first, it was like a dopamine withdrawal almost. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was kind of, it felt weird the first couple of days, but now I feel I'm at a place where I'm really spiritually healthy and I'm not getting fed by it. So it's super weird because my internal life, it feels like everything has changed in a sense. I think the strangest thing is that my YouTube has been the only thing that's been consistent in my life besides God since I was 15, 16 years old when I started my channel. And so I think when my channel has grown, it's been kind of a gradual thing, and I kind of see like, oh, this video is getting more views. You know what I mean? Like, I expect my YouTube to be growing in a certain direction. It's not like all at once one video gets shared. So that's what feels really weird. It feels like my YouTube channel has completely changed, and I've always been really personal with my channel, and I almost have liked that it's been a smaller channel because I recognize certain comments. Like, I know different people and their stories who watch my videos, and I try to reply to so many comments, to read every comment. I kind of do therapy of sorts by replying to a lot of people on Instagram, my Facebook, Snapchat, who just have problems and need help with something. So I remember I was talking to my mom on the phone like the day after all of this happened, and she was just saying, Liz, you cannot reply to everyone. It's impossible for you, one person, to talk to everyone and to get back to everyone. And so that's just been kind of weird because it's gotten to the point now where I can't reply to everyone. I can't read every comment. And so that's why I was so stressed out originally, because I want to keep making my channel really personal and I want people to feel like I'm approachable and I'm able to talk to everyone. So the past few weeks, it's just been at a point where it's been impossible to read everything, and that just kind of makes me really sad because I want to recognize subscribers and to know individuals of you guys who are watching on a somewhat deep level. But overall, I feel really, really, really welcomed home. One of the things I was sad about with leaving Church of Christ is I felt like I knew people in Church of Christ all around the world, and I felt really known by people in COC since I grew up in it and went to a Church of Christ college and did missions work for COC. I just felt like I was known and I knew people. So I thought in Catholicism that would never happen because there's like 1 billion Catholics in the world. So now that all of this has happened, I feel really known within Catholicism, and I just feel really, really loved and taken care of because so many people have reached out to me and given me even more resources, wanted to send me books, wanted to send me confirmation gifts. Everyone's just been really, really loving, and I almost feel undeserving of all of this because I used to hate Catholicism so much, and so I feel like I had such a negative emotion and I was so uncharitable my entire life, and now I've had this conversion experience over the course of a few years, and everyone is just automatically forgiving how I used to be so negative. So in that sense, I feel undeserving of this amount of love and encouragement and just feeling surrounded, and yeah, I feel like everyone's just giving me a hug, all these people. So I guess my main emotions from all of this is I feel really, really loved by everyone, I feel undeserving, and I feel overwhelmed because it's just all at once, so much happening, and it's difficult to process. Going forward, I'm gonna make my channel just how it was before, where I give a lot of advice. I talk about bipolar disorder, mental illness, Christianity, my relationship with God, relationship advice, literally anything. I've always just made my channel answering questions and helping people, so you guys as my audience decide what my channel content will be going forward. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
And someday we'll get it done.